but it's pretending to be.
Do you know what it is?
I don't. Some kind of climbing.
Breaking borders. What do you know? Follow your heart.
Yep.
What do you say? Fight the darkness.
My job for today in this lovely weather is to maybe look after a little bit of my two all-time favorite plants, which, like, in the past I've not had to give any effort into them. They're pretty brilliant to just work on their own, but since moving down here they have been some of the worst performing plants that we've had, really. Well, I'm even at the point where I can't find it. I'm pretty sure this is where our rhubarb was, and I'm pretty sure this was my rhubarb root. It looks pretty bad, so I'm not sure if this crown, you can see the whole thing is moving there, is going to have any new growth. But what I'm going to do with this one is something I should have done a long time ago. According to my neighbor, Mike said that there used to be little horses in this field, and one of the neighbors would come along and pick up the manure, because the manure apparently worked brilliantly in here. So I'm going to get some manure down on this and we'll see what happens during the summer. The second plant that I've always loved, well, the rhubarb and this plant, the raspberry, was something my grandmother grew, and I loved going up and checking out and trying to grow it ourselves. She used to always give us raspberry jam, and I absolutely loved that. And I did try to grow my own raspberry jam. I don't know, I have a photograph, and I made it myself. But we moved down here, we brought our own raspberry canes. They didn't grow at all. I bought new ones, they completely failed. I complained back to the place I bought them. They refunded me, and I bought like more mature pot-bound ones, not root ones, bare roots, and they absolutely failed. So, having speaking to neighbors, we think that maybe raspberries just don't like it here. Maybe it's too exposed. In any case, we got a load from a friend and we put them all in here, and I don't think I see any coming up. Now, they may not come up until next year, but I would expect some to come up. You can see here actually there is a little bit of growth, but it's just been really stifled by the grass. So we did try to mulch it a little bit with the straw to kill off the grass, and yeah, they're not dead, but they need a little bit of love. So we'll see if I can put down some manure on these. I hear that's really, really good. There's another one. Need some love. Here's another one, which they actually don't seem to be doing anything. It doesn't feel very good. It's not good. The only thing that grows really well here, actually there's quite a few here now. Yes, there's quite a few there also. The thing that grows well here is blackberries. The reason, pig quackers, the reason I cut this perimeter with the lawnmower all the way around the house is to stop the brambles from coming in. Brambles are blackberries, and when the what would you call it, the cane, the growing shoot, whatever, hits the ground, it'll just reroot, and a new bramble. Guys, seriously, I'm trying to talk here. A new bramble plant will come. So anyway, I cut all the way around here just to stop them. Now, what we actually took the week before we moved, we We saw this thing on Facebook Marketplace. There was somebody offering as many raspberry and Loganberries as you could take them away. So we took a few of them, and they did good last year, but they've just exploded into growth this year. Now, I didn't realize it because we never had Loganberries before, but Loganberries is a cross between a blackberry and a raspberry. So I'm thinking, is that why they're thriving here? Because blackberries do so well. But as you can see, there's one on the ground there, and there's one down here and they're all blown over. It's quite windy and they need some support. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to build a few posts. One there, I'll put another one here and another one here, and I'm going to build two things on the top of them, and we're going to try and tie it off with a lot more wire and see what we can do, and hopefully give them a little bit more structure that they won't be falling over. But as you can see, they absolutely love it here. Like, look at the size of these fellas, and we're only still in May, and this hasn't even finished growing up. So I'm not sure what to do, but I want to try and put manure on these. I want to try and recover the rhubarb, and I want to support these a little bit better, because maybe Loganberries are going to be the closest I can get to raspberries in this place. We won't give up, we'll keep trying. Here is the manure pile. This is fresh manure. This is last year's manure, so that should be okay to spread. And this is my other rhubarb that's just struggling. Okay, Rooney, okay. There is a couple of new shoots coming out, but they're not growing like in my last house. Okay, Rooney, okay, come on. In the last house, this would have been huge by this time of year, but so we're going to throw a bit of manure on that, and hopefully we'll get somewhere. But first, we got to go to the workshop and try and knock off a few supports. Come on, Roo. Out. All right, get the ball. Go on, get the ball. Okay, come on, out. Come on. Good girl. Right, workshop. Oh, you want to throw? Okay, come on. Oh, forget it. Much confusion. You can smell it, Drew, but you can't see it. Will she get it? We'll come back and see. Okay, a whole bunch of stuff for the tiny home. Oh, hello, cat. And a manky space. I have too many projects. I have the tiny home, I have the solar, I have the house. We're doing kind of guttering today, and I have the car outside. Quick update on the car, actually. It's down off the car jacks. I've done everything underneath to it, so she's running and driving. The gearbox, the fuel system, the fuel system, and the suspension all had to be fixed. So that's all fixed now. It's on its 4 wheels, its new wheel, and next thing is to look at some of the bodywork. So it's moving along. That's all going to be in its own video I'll share with you guys eventually. But because I have so many projects going on, I have this place in a mess, and I don't really have room to do another project. But I have a 2x4. I just need to trim it up and get going. Let's try on time lapse. Okay. Have my two end posts. Have my center post. I have some supports for the center. I think I'm just going to put wire or string or whatever through these. But then on this one, I think I want to put a bolt or maybe an eyelet. I don't have an eyelet though, so I'll see what I can do. Must go looking for hardware. I think this might be the most I've ever carried. I have it balanced. I'm not sure it's going to last when I hit the wind. Let's see. Now, gotta get some string, some screws. What's up, third? Okay. I also put that on today. And finally fixed the gutters. Yay! On fire today. Right. I need this. Oh, nice circular saws here. Because I actually forgot to trim the bottoms of them. So they'll go into the ground. This is the pump house, but this is where I have a cache of tools because I'm building up at the pump house. I have another cache of tools down at the tiny homes and another cache of tools in the boot of the car. So, and of course I have the workshop, so it's hard to keep track of everything. So lovely that I found a saw up here. Right, saw, rope. Let's get some screws. Hey Chuck. A nice box of screws right here. Sweet as. Are they coming out? I'll get out of their way, so. Ugh, can't wait forever. Maybe they're scared of the big green thing. Do you know where the post banger is? Okay. So I think I'm going to take these two posts out and I should be able to fit my posts right in behind them. I have to cut a little taper at the end and then I need to put a new one in there. So I think I'll go get the post banger. Back in the tick. This is the duck summer home. Cat thinks she's a duck. Grey. Oh, for God's sake! Rain must protect the tools at all costs. I'll do. Alright, let's get the post banger. Where the heck did that rain come from? Post banger and metal stick. Let's go. Alright, let's try and get this fella in. Now we want the wire to run that way, so we're gonna put the supports on the other. Okay. The bolt is going to give it the strength, so I'm going to put a few screws in just to stabilize it. Right, we might do the next side now, so. Okay. Now, worth saying, these are just a test. It's the lumber that I had lying around. Probably it'll rot within 3 years, and if it works well after a year, or maybe after 2 years, I will, I'll give it 2 years to test, because you want to prune them properly. Do that next year. If it works, I'll replace them with something treated or something more of a larger cedar. But for now, should we go for a test? Alright, don't fall off again, eh? Right. I'm gonna try, actually, I'm gonna use a bit of wire first. Let's see if this can work. I think this is just a bog standard garden wire. I want to make sure I get underneath all of these fellas. Here's one that's trying to get away. Might be easier actually just to go like this. Alright, got a nice bit with the wire. for the minute. I'm gonna see, can I thread that it's pretty windy. Maybe this kind of gives a hint to why the raspberries aren't surviving. Right folks, this is a very good start. I think if I was going to do it again, I'd probably cut it here. This really sticks, you know, it's kind of like there's not much room to get through there because it's not an actual circle. This chicken wire runs kind of tangent between these two posts, so that's not ideal, but we'll make it work. Also, I think there's a huge gap between these ones. I'm not sure how we're going to get them up. They're almost there, you see, but they're not quite. I'm going to tie them off in the bottom anyway. Right, these kind of could be closer to the center, I suppose. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. Claire, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I think I might need you. I've done the mechanical stuff. She's too busy for me. I'm not hugely sure if these should go straight up or straight out. I'm not sure. I think every second one I want to go up. So for example, this one, I don't know actually, should that be going straight up as well? Now I'm thinking maybe I do need some string right in the middle. If I can hold them in the middle. Right. Guess a bit more string to go. Alright. Let's get this. Tie these up just to help train them. So you want them roughly at their height, right? So let's say here.
Okay.
So you kind of look at where one of their nodules is.
Yeah.
And I suppose, I don't know how you tie it actually.
Actually had some like plant ties in the middle.
You don't want it too tight, like. But you also, like, because it's under the arm now, that should stop it from sliding too much, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas that might fall down, that one kind of can't, and it'll bounce back. So we never got this finished. We just ran out of time last week and we have to finish it up now, I think. What we want to do, I don't know, do I have one done? I thought I did actually. We have to just tie these off at the base here, let them grow up, and hopefully they'll fall over, although I do notice the top seems to be broken on quite a lot of them. I think we've had very bad wind and it's knocked it over. So I'm going to do my best now to just tie up a few of these and we call this job done. Alright, let's take this big fella. These are very prickly. Oh, mother flucker. Super pricky. I'm gonna tie him off on the top, I think. Oh. Really struggling with this windy site, actually. You can see how they're all just like leaning over. In fact, you can see here how it's just broken at the top. I don't know will that grow anymore. But you can see we are getting some berries. They're very early. How exciting. Right, here we have one bed of them kind of tied up. Let me know below if there's a better way of doing this, because this is all new to me, but the idea would be that the main shoots would grow up and then they taper over the two sides and smaller shoots could just rest down on these. I don't know if that makes sense. Right, let's try this side. Alright. They're mad keen. The ducks are mad keen to get out. I'm on the fence between making this tight so it won't move in a wind and making it loose so I don't damage stems. I've no idea. Alright, ducks. This one broke right at the top, so I think the wind possibly broke it. I think I had this one tied off. There, this doesn't bode well. If you look, that's fairly broken. I did tie off one of them, but the wind was bad, so I feel I tied this one off here. and the wind broke it. So I'm just wondering, is just that in contact going to break it, or maybe they need to be staked, but they're canes, or maybe it's just too windy here. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I've done a nice bit of staking. We got some growing here as well. All right. Yeah, so we've done a nice bit of staking. It looks a little bit more vertical at the least, but I really don't know. This is a very windy site, as you guys may know. Like, is it crazy to be growing them here? They want to grow, but maybe we need a sheltered spot. Let me know in the comments below, please. We want to make raspberries work, or at least Loganberries. Alright, gonna leave it there. Oh no, I gotta do rhubarb. Right, to the dung pile. So this is the dung pile. This is the old stuff. That's the new stuff. It's horse manure. I think that's this year. This is last year. Mike has dropped it here. He reverses the tractor in. So I'm just gonna take a shovel or two, throw it on my rhubarb, and I'll try to resurrect the other rhubarb over there. I don't really have anywhere to put ye, so I might just show you what's happening. There we go. Lovely poop. Look at that. The critters love coming in here and getting some of this goodness. Okay. Stinky. Alright, rhubarb wants to work. Come on, rhubarb. So apparently it's important to not put anything on the crown itself, because the crown will rot if you put the mulch on it. So we want the mulch around it, but not actually in the center of it. 2 shovels, that looks pretty good. Now hopefully a rhubarb will go through the roof. Let me get a shovel over to the other one. Okay, let's go. Where is it? It's over here. All right. This is the crown in the middle, so back a little bit. Right. I don't know if that do anything, but we have maybe a week of topsy-turvy weather, so it's days like this where it's not quite wet, it's not quite dry, then night times we get a few showers, so hopefully there's enough there to help the rhubarb, and the rain should be able to soak the manure in to the soil and maybe we might get lucky. And maybe we may get some rhubarb and custard at some point. Who knows? We can only dream. Go on, Roo. Out. I get loads of prickles from the thorns, and I don't think anything of them. I was just getting all prickly there, and I didn't realise it's full of
Apples.
dirty full of lettuces.